I'm absolutely fascinated by this next item. In today's match against Wolves, the oldest Bristol City player on the pitch is going to be 33-year-old Marlon Harewood. And don't forget, of course, we've got Saturday Sport on this afternoon here on Radio Bristol. You can hear all the action. But Harewood is going to be outnumbered by 10 players whose combined age is over 600 years old. At half-time, the LinkAge walking football team will take to the pitch for a slower version of the beautiful game. Well, joining me now in the studio to explain more is Debbie Wills, who's the community development worker at LinkAge, and Ian Brailey, a new member of the walking football team. Good morning to you both.
Thank you
very much indeed. Walking football.
Walking football.
Walking football. Where do I start? Debbie, what's this all about?
It's very simple, really. It's just a version of football where you don't run.
Yeah.
The idea is that you walk, so the idea behind it really is that people who would normally have had to give up playing football a few years ago because of health reasons are able to keep playing. And so we have people who are playing in their 60s and 70s. There are, in fact, people across the country playing walking football who are even in their 80s and 90s. And it becomes much more about the skill involved in walking football than the sort of the high impact.
And do you have still a level of competitiveness in that?
Yes. Oh, yes. I was amazed how competitive these guys get when they're on the pitch. It's very friendly, don't get me wrong, and what I think is lovely, and Ian will back me up, we have people of all abilities playing. We have some people who were obviously very good footballers in their day, and others who either had never played or were not such great footballers, and they can all play together, and it's very, very friendly, but it's certainly competitive.
Well, Ian, you were telling me that football, although you love it, it wasn't your sport really, was it, to play originally?
I didn't play any sports really. When I was at school, they picked up teams to play it on the games day, and I was always in that little group that's left over at the end.
It's so horrible. Always the last to be chosen. It's horrible, isn't it? I know.
And very often on a sort of cold winter's day, they'd stick me in goal, and I'd just stand there and freeze to death. So I was never a lover of playing the game, but I have played because I do voluntary youth work. I have played with some of the boys, and
what led you to this? What tickled your fancy with this?
Well, originally I saw a poster for these activities on a Tuesday morning at Ashton Gate, and I thought, I'd like to go down and see what was happening. But as it happened, something cropped up and I couldn't go that particular Tuesday, and I thought in my own mind that it was just a one-off. And it was only a few weeks ago that I discovered that it's every Tuesday morning. So I've been going now for, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks.
And what do you think of it?
It's absolutely brilliant. People laugh when you talk about walking football.
I've got this big smile on my face. I can't quite imagine it.
But to be honest, it is a lot harder work than you think. To actually, when the ball's going past you, to not run to get it, and the other thing is sometimes we just literally cannot play because we are just screaming with laughter. It is just so funny at times. They're a great bunch. It's terrific.
So the rules of the game are you definitely must not run, and are there penalties for running?
There are, yes. You give a penalty to the other side if you run. I have to say there is some very funny walking that goes on.
How far can you push that wall?
Yes, very, very funny. But essentially it's a 5-a-side game, all the normal rules, but you can't run.
So the ball gets kicked, and you have to be quite skillful then in that case to try and make it not go too far.
Absolutely.
It's very difficult when you're doing a sort of 1-2 with another player.
Yeah.
He passes to you and goes to pass the opposition. It's very difficult not to put the ball too far in front of him so that he can't get there walking, because you're used to people running to get the ball. It's surprisingly skillful, but it's fun. That's the main thing we have a lot of fun and fellowship together, which is the priority. Ability is irrelevant, really. It's the fun we have together.
Yeah, no, it sounds absolutely brilliant. Well, how are you feeling about playing on the pitch today in front of the crowd?
I am devastated because this is the one match of the season I can't get to.
Oh, no.
I've got other commitments today. I'm manning a stall with the Bristol Bike Show in town,
which we just heard
morning.
about. Yeah.
And then this afternoon I have a flower show at Timsbury in the village. So it's just the one match that I cannot make, and I would have been able to play on that hallowed turf, and I'm devastated.
You see, we've got the red microphone in for you and everything.
Absolutely.
You know? Yeah. You're going to have to swap Timsbury Flower Show now. Come on, they'd forgive you, wouldn't they? I'm just guessing. I'm hazarding a guess. Are you retired?
I'm unemployed at the moment. I retire next month.
Yeah, because you sound like one of those people who say I'm retired and then become busier than ever. If you've got all these things going on, bikes, flowers, now football.
And I do voluntary work at at a food bank and at the courts as well. So yeah,
you're a busy person.
I don't know how I used to find time to work.
But is this one of the things that makes you laugh the most?
Oh, absolutely. It's terrific. Yeah, we have a wonderful time. A cup of tea afterwards and a chat, and we're hoping to extend that and bring in people from perhaps old people's homes who maybe can come and talk about their experiences from years ago, which will sort of obviously help them, give them some social as well.
Isn't that interesting? There's such scope in this, isn't there?
Oh,
it can be, you know, from healthy exercise to perhaps making your memories, more better. I mean, what a brilliant idea!
Yeah, it's great because it does cover all ranges. And at the moment, we have about 10 or 12 who play on a regular basis.
Yeah.
We'd like to double that, treble that, and have 2 or 3 sessions a week that people can play at different levels. So we might have a session for people who've never played before, or who are maybe less confident, and then a session that the more competitive guys get involved in. And I have to say, it's hard work as well. They're exhausted by the end of it,
Yeah.
I mean, when I say guys, there's women who play as well.
Yeah.
It's more men than women, but it's great when we do have some women who play as well.
They are trying
they are exhausted at the end of it. It's really good exercise.
They're trying to form another event on a Friday night so that people who are still at work can do it, because obviously we're doing it on a Tuesday morning, which is cuts out those that are still in work.
And we'd like to have more teams to play against.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you're going to have to kind of create a league.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Rio 2016. I think there should be walking football. I'll be there.
But you won't get him there. He'll have a flower show. Listen, just before we let you go, if people are interested, how do they get in touch?
The best way is to phone LinkAge, and even if you can't make it on a Tuesday morning when the regular sessions are, phone and let us know you're interested, because as I say, we are trying to set up more sessions, and if there's enough interest, we'll set some up at other times as well. So the phone number is 0117 305 2365.
Great.
Or failing that, just turn up at Ashton Gate on a Tuesday morning between 11 and 12 and have a look and see what's going on.
Lovely to meet you both. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. I'm sorry you can't get there for the afternoon match, but get on down to the bike show.
Our pleasure. Thanks very much.
Lovely to see you. Thank you.
Bye.